I should go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go.
Hey, what's up, University? This is our second stream of the day, huh?
Yeah, man. How you doing, John?
Doing well. This is your third, I guess that would be.
Yeah, I've been streaming all day. I've been working too at the same time, though. So I'm not a full-time YouTuber or nothing.
Either. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yep, go ahead, take your time. We got Daniel Nixon in the chat. What's up, Daniel? Free John from the DC housing system.
Anyway, yeah. So this should be an interesting stream. I sent this picture to a buddy of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what do you see right here? And he said, man, I see 5 white guys in a stadium. That's what he said to me. I said, okay. And that's what you see. You got anything else? You any more time? And and maybe you went into their draft status or something like that. And as I looked at the picture again, I noticed that they have Josh McCown as a QB coach.
Yes,
you may remember Josh McCown, and we went back and forth for a little bit about Josh McCown's his lineage and all that. Brother played in the NFL as well. Anyway. So what did you think when you first saw this picture, Universe?
Well, I thought, man, that is a pretty white quarterback room. I bet you they get a lot of things done without a lot of hassle. I think that, they're studying film together. They're eating lunch together. Families may get together for a fishing trip here in Minnesota or something. Yeah, that's what I thought. And, the Vikings have to... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the whole different vibe, man. They're not dealing with none of the nonsense, oh, where's so-and-so? He was at the club last night. He coming in late. Like they're probably, Johnny on the spot, getting things done. And, and the Vikings have traditionally always had at least one black quarterback, like over the last probably 20 years or so. So this is a rare kind of occasion for us to have a fully white QB room.
But, yeah, I think it's rare almost in the NFL today.
Oh, absolutely. And if you do have a almost all white QB room, one of your quarterbacks is definitely pretty mobile. So, I think we're going to see a shift taking place, which we'll talk more about in a moment, of the more mobile dual threat quarterbacks being a permanent staple in the league.
I think in this sense, it makes sense that they don't have a mobile quarterback because they can, run pretty much the same game plan,
right?
No matter what they throw in. One may be more effective in running the game plan, but they're not going to have a different set of plays. They're all probably right-handed, so they're all going to be throwing the ball, same angles, same spin, and everything like that. And I thought the same thing. I was like, man, these guys are really going to be hunkered down in the books. Film room, they're going to be getting along very well. They're not going to be any political disagreements, anything like that. It's just going to be one cohesive unit.
Yeah, straight business.
And then when you got the quarterback coach, he's also a former quarterback, comes from a family of quarterbacks. This gives this room, even though they may not be extremely talented, just raw skills. 2 of these guys are first-round picks, right? At least 2, 3, maybe 3 of them first-round picks.
3. All 3 are first round picks. Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, and JJ McCaffrey. Also, the head coach is an offensive coach as well. Also, the head coach is an offensive coach as well.
And was he a quarterback? I'm not sure.
I don't think he was a quarterback. I don't remember. Let me.
You have a little bit of that. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, Kevin O'Connell.
But there's 6 quarterbacks in the room.
Yeah. And I think that's why Sam Darnold is playing so well. Yeah.
Yeah. This team is 12-2 right now. And, I think a lot of it has to do with these old experienced quarterbacks, if they can find the right coaching and everything like that, they're going to have quite an advantage over some of these younger players that don't have the fundamentals. They have the raw skills. They can throw the ball 100 miles an hour. But I don't know if they have the raw skills. And we talked about a video earlier of Sam Darnold making a throw. You remember that throw?
Yes.
We talked about it. Show much of it. And, one of the first videos I did here was a Lamar Jackson throw, which was almost very similar in the same part of the field and everything, and he couldn't make the throw.
Correct.
And let me see if I can pull up that Darnold. Do you remember that throw?
I remember that throw.
It was more or less a none.
Yeah, it resulted in a touchdown. And one thing you'll notice about, I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag. Let's watch the video. You're gonna notice something very interesting about the release of the ball and who the target is. We'll see if the audience catches it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna maximize it, and I'll probably go clip by clip.
Sure.
Since we can't really play it, right? And so here's the initial set here.
Yep.
And that's 5 seconds in. So we might need to go 2 seconds in. That's 1 second in. And you can see he's
here.
Looking at this open.
Right here. Yeah, right here. Great place to stop.
Right.
This is a great angle to watch mechanics. First, a couple things I noticed from this, and this is just my football brain. The offensive line is doing a good job at protection. Even on the left tackle who's covering the edge rusher who beat him, he's still keeping this quarterback in the pocket. That gives Sam Darnold a lot of time to, just work his mechanics. Sam Darnold's already in throwing motion right now. He's about to lead off that back foot, hop forward with his arm in motion and throw. One thing you don't see here is who he's about to throw it to, which is why this pass is such a good pass. And also look at the pocket he's throwing the ball into. There's no defender. There's no defenders there. He's got a clear sight to land a touchdown.
And another second up.
See, he's already in throw motion. Ball's almost out.
And what I'm seeing here is that he knows that this linebacker can't get deep enough if he puts the ball in the right place, right? He knows he can't get deep enough. He just throw it over his head.
Yep.
And that's basically what he's doing.
Look at that. Look where the ball is, John. Can you go back a little bit more? Look how fast that ball got there. I mean, less than a second. The ball is already pretty much to the wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 20-yard pass right there.
Yeah, and the defender doesn't have a shot.
Not even close.
He'll look like he does, but in reality, he doesn't. I don't even know if we can get in there. He swats at the ball there. This is very similar to that Aaron Rodgers pass. Where he got the ball right over this guy's shoulder and right into the man's hand.
Yep. And great catch, all hands. He also threw his wide receiver open, even though he was open. He threw him open. And boom.
There it is. Right.
Now remember, this quarterback was a wash, right?
Yeah.
He was Sam Darnold the number 1 pick? I know he was top 3 for sure. I think he was for the Jet. And people thought he was a bust, but he's now leading a team with 2 losses and going to the playoffs. Mechanic and system.
I want to see if I can find that play for you that Lamar could not throw. I mean, there's so
I remember you sent. I think you might have emailed that one to me. I might be able to find it for you.
I think I found it. No, I didn't find it. I could just look on my stream here and just find it, but I wanted to find a clearer video of that picture of that play. Let's see if that is a touchdown right there. Did that become a touchdown? I'm not sure. But either way, I couldn't find that one. But here's another picture that we talked about here. Let me see if I can find it for you. Let me get it up. Thought I had it up here. Give me 1 second. Here it is.
Yep.
And you know what I'm looking for right there? Cleveland Browns. QB QB room here. Let's see what the
Oh
Cleveland.
man, yeah.
What do you think we're going to see that Universal?
We're gonna see D Browns.
I know I had a better picture of that somewhere. Where did I put that picture? The depth chart. Matter of fact, let me send my picture. They're saying QB, perfect starting QB for Browns, officially on the trade block. Who in the world could that be? But let me pull up this picture of Jameis Winston here. I'm sorry, of the Browns. Give me 1 second here. I don't know where the hell I put it, but I have it here. So give me 1 second. This is Jameis Winston. Did you hear his latest comment? And I wanted to add this into the what we're discussing here. But before we go there, so back to that throw, right?
Yep.
I think their locker room, that QB room with all of those guys there, gives him the confidence to throw that ball. I don't think many players would have the confidence to throw that ball just in general. But with him being in the locker room with those guys where they're not backstabbing him, trying to undermine him for his position, I think he feels comfortable throwing that ball.
Yeah, he's playing the system, right?
Yeah.
You can just tell by the mechanics. 3-step drop, boom, get the ball out. He's doing what he's been, coached to do all season. So he has a lot of confidence throwing that ball because he's been making it happen probably in practice and definitely as we see in the games. That's all mechanics. That comes with O'Connell believing in him as the quarterback. When they signed him last year, they said he's going to be our starter, even though they knew they were going to draft a QB first round because they knew he had enough to work the mechanics.
So they drafted him last year? Well, not drafted him, but they signed him last year?
They signed him. Yeah, he got signed to a 1-year deal. I thought it was a 2-year deal, but it's actually a 1-year deal.
Wow, he's going to cash in like Kirk Cousins, huh?
Yes, he is. But I guarantee you his next team is going to have a similar dynamic as the Vikings do if we don't keep him.
You think he comes back to Minnesota?
If he was smart, he would, because I think starting a rookie off of an injury like what McCaffrey had is a bad idea. I think he could probably make some Kirk Cousins bank here, and I would sign him for a 2-year contract and get the rookie ready in the background.
Now, here's the Browns QB room, right? You see this?
Yeah, I don't know if these are mug shots or no, I'm just joking. But yeah, this is these are the Browns as the Browns quarterbacks. We have Deshaun Watson, Jameis Wilson, Tyler Huntley, and then I forgot this dude's name. I remember him from UCLA. I can't read it from here, but I know his last name is Thompson Robinson. I think his name is Dorian.
Dorian. I think.
Yeah, Dorian Thompson Robinson. He from UCLA.
And so what do you do there?
I see. Well, now 4 backup quarterbacks in a row, and honestly, I see really probably 3 mobile quarterbacks and Jameis Winston who can move his feet, but is not a mobile quarterback. No one has a really big arm in this room either. Deshaun Watson maybe at one point, but not today.
What do you think the film room is like with these guys?
I think it's like a Future music video.
You think that's what it's like in a Future video?
Yeah, I think they're having a good old time. I would love to see who the coach is.
A lot of praying going on, maybe. A lot of praying.
Yeah. I am a better player, but in times like this, it's an opportunity to continue to glorify the Lord even through the toughest circumstances. I know I'm better than this. I know I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes.
I am delivered. That's funny. He wants the Lord to deliver him from pick sixes, but he keeps delivering pick sixes to the other team.
It's people out here with cancer. Hey, here's something that he has all the control over. Just don't throw the pick six. He praying for the Lord to deliver him from pick sixes. Let me ask you this question. Now, Lamar Jackson clearly has played much better than Darnold.
Yes.
But Darnold, is on a 12-2 team, just like Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's team is about 12-2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the stats, and they aren't off by much.
Yeah,
Darnold has
Lamar.
thrown quite a few more interceptions. Relative to Lamar, he's only thrown 3 or 4.
Yep.
And I think Darnold has thrown 11. That's quite a bit of interceptions to Lamar's 3.
Mm-hmm.
It just saying, other than the interception where he may be taking a little bit more risk, and I wonder if those were early in the season, he may be coming on just at the right time. That Darnold, it very well could be interesting. So, go ahead.
I was like, I'm looking at the passing leaders right now. They are literally neck and neck. Lamar's just beating them out just by a few yards, a few yards, few percentage, barely, not even 1 point percentage.
Put that up, yours. Put it up, yours.
All right. Let's see if I can zoom it in too.
We have to make it bigger.
Yeah. All right, I'm sharing it now.
Yeah. So, who's at the top? Is that Joe Burrow at the top?
Joe Burrow. Probably the only pocket passer that'll be left in the next 6 years.
Yeah, that's true.
He might be the last one standing, honestly. But as you can see here, we have Lamar Jackson and Sam Darnold. Lamar's got 3,580 yards. Darnold has 3,530. He's averaging 8.9 passes per attempt, yards per attempt, 8.3. Darnold's thrown more passes at 426 versus 404, but completion-wise, they're almost, they're literally neck and neck here. 6.81 versus 67.6. Lamar's throwing more touchdowns. These are MVP numbers, by the way, folks. Sam Darnold's 29 and 11 interceptions. And this is really the telltale sign here, and kind of surprising, honestly, John. Lamar Jackson's actually thrown some 20+ yard passes. He's getting the ball down the field. I mean, this is not far off. And he has more 40-yard passes than Sam Darnold.
Yeah. I've seen his offense is pretty explosive. Yeah, that is for sure.
And this is what scares me about the Vikings. Even though we are winning well, this is not good.
Yeah.
42 sacks. Look at Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson is mobile, so he can escape some of this too. But this is not good.
Yeah, no, I noticed that quite a bit of sack yards lost as well. One of the things he isn't doing, one of the stats that is not shown there is that he's not fumbling the ball at this.
Right.
He's sacked, and that kind of points to the fundamentals that I think about. If the quarterback keeps the ball up, he's less likely to get strip sacked and lose the fumble.
I just wanted to see who was getting sacked the most. Of course, your boy.
I think they're gonna have to replace him after how he behaved on the sideline.
Did you see that on Monday night?
Yeah, was he over there just basically crying on the sideline there?
Yeah. It wasn't good.
Apparently, there is like a mirage, a montage, I guess you could say, of him doing this. Was he at Oklahoma before he went to USC?
He was at Oklahoma first.
I guess he was crying or laid out on the bench there, and then of course the magical scene at USC where he jumped into his mother's bosom, and then just this past weekend where he seemed like he was just in such agony there. I've often wondered, university. I've had friends that we talk back and forth about sports. Why would anyone ever draft these people? If we can see these obvious red flags, why do people overlook them and draft these people?
I think in today's world, it's because of the following that they have. And these players are coming in as individual brands, and they're bringing an audience and views, and they're able to sell for you. Caleb Williams was a Heisman Trophy winner. He's got a big brand. So by bringing him in, what that does is it helps you sell. Also, it gives a lot of hope to the city. Like Chicago was excited to have him. Fingernail polish, crying on it with his mom and all. They were really excited to have him. And I think that helps give some legit focus on a team that really has struggled for quite some time. And I think that so people will suspend kind of that judgment of concern so that they can make some sales. But also,
go ahead.
One last point. I also think that in football, more so than let's say basketball, the players have become much more expendable, and teams are not afraid to take a risk today and trade somebody within a year or two. And I would say what kicked this off is when Josh Rosen was traded from the Arizona Cardinals, I think to the Dolphins, and they got that first round pick to get Kyler Williams.
I do remember that.
Kyler Murray. That's when it all changed, because that's when people said, "Oh, it's okay to draft a quarterback one year and then ship him out the next." That changed the game.
Do you remember this? Do you remember this, Universal? This is what I think it all boils down to.
Here, I'll stop sharing.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Not right now.
All right, let me. This is what I think it all boils down to, Universal. Honestly, this is why I think the Redskins chose RG3. And then they drafted Cousins later on.
Yeah.
This is what I think it boils down to. Can you imagine Dion's son not being drafted in the first round because someone's afraid of the bullshit they're gonna have to deal with his father, or the Cam guy who's only had 1 or 2 years in college where he's played. He hasn't. It doesn't really have a body of work there, but maybe he should go back for another year if it's possible, or maybe he should be a backup where he likely will be. But this is what I think it is, Universal.
Roll the tape. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think he's been that good from the get-go. I think what we've had here is a little social concern in the NFL. I think the media has been very desirous that a black quarterback do well. We're interested in black coaches and black quarterbacks doing well. I think there was a little hope invested in McNabb, and he got a lot of credit for the performance of this team that he really didn't deserve.
You remember that, Universal?
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember it, yes. And I know that there's a book. Have you ever read the book or heard of the book $40 Million Slave?
No, I never heard of it.
It actually talks about this. It references this point that Rush Limbaugh is making. But it's a legit point, and I think time has proven Rush Limbaugh to be right over the last 21 years, is that when you do have the black quarterback, the mobile quarterback, especially in the social media era, you do have social concern. We got to be honest. We don't see the same issues and concerns with white quarterbacks. We just talk about quarterbacks, nobody else. Right. We don't see the same issues and concerns as we do with black quarterbacks. We just don't. Whether we're talking college or high school, or college or NFL.
You remember when RG3 got hurt and his father started calling Shanahan a racist?
Yes, I do. You shouldn't have put him in there. Yep. I think he called the doctors racist too.
And then do you also remember that when RG3's career was on his last legs, and this is what he told him. You see this?
Do not go to a place where he's expected to be a drop back passer. Shanahan said he told Griffin he needed to go to a place where the fit was right. In other words, do not go to a place where he's expected to be a drop back passer.
And why do you think he told him that?
Because he's not a drop back passer, and he doesn't possess the skill set to be that. He's going to always rely on his legs, to his athleticism, we'll say it that way, to carry his ability to be a wide receiver. It worked for him. That's how he became a Heisman Trophy winner.
In reality, he really doesn't have the fundamentals of a quarterback. Is that fair?
Correct. Yeah, especially at that time. I think that was the turning of the dual threat quarterback. Even though we've seen it before, that was when it became more prominent with analytics and passing the ball and all that.
I think that I remember when I tried out for football. I may have been like the 8th, 9th grade, and I've been playing quarterback up until that point. And so they say, "Hey, all you guys, get a football, throw it. Let me see who can throw it, the farthest, right?" And I'm a smaller guy. I'd never been taught how to throw a football up until this point, really. No formal type training. And, the mechanics of throwing a football. And so this is in the hood, and I didn't throw it as far, so they chose the guy who threw the ball the farthest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that some of that has played into what you see a lot of these players now. You remember the Dante Culpeppers of the world.
Oh, yeah.
He could throw the ball 70 yards, but he couldn't read the defense to save his life.
He sure couldn't. Just throw a deep ball. Pretty guy Randy Moss was out there.
Right. And that may play very well up until the pros, and then you get exposed, right? Because they're going to make you read the defenses.
Right.
And I think that locker room full of Darnolds and the other guy, they're going to be there reading that locker room, reading that film. And right. And they're going to be able to, not expose their tendencies and probably figure out the tendencies of the defensive coordinator there, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very interesting.
You know what, John? Well, we'll prove that point, and we may see it before the season's over. I hope not. But the person on this list right here that will prove that point is Daniel Jones. If he gets some playing time and we see him show anything better than what he did with the Giants, that's going to prove everything we're saying.
Yeah, I think I don't think he'll get to play though.
I hope not.
That would prove
I don't want to see if that theory's right or wrong. Not this season, maybe during preseason. But I think he will be the telltale if what we're saying is correct. I think Sam Darnold proves it enough that it gives us some credibility to what we're saying. But think about how bad Daniel Jones was. Now these other two dudes have been backups for a long time. Yeah. But Daniel Jones was so bad that he literally signed a contract last year and got cut, not benched, cut in the middle of the season this year.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, that is.
That's bad.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. There was one other topic. I know I have it by email before we get out of here. Here's a topic I wanted to show you since we've been talking about quarterbacks and the diminishing like fundamentals.
Yeah.
Here's the text I want to show you, or a tweet I want to show you. Take a look at this universal. Let's see. And here it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing, right? That is amazing.
Yeah, this is a telling tweet of where we're headed. And honestly, John, I probably might even have something to help prove this point even further when you look at the oncoming recruitment class for the 2025 young people, NCAA. So what the tweet says is Kirk Cousins just got benched, Brady retired, Peyton retired, Eli retired, Breeze retired, Rivers retired, Big Ben retired, Matty Ice retired, Favre retired, Palmer retired, Warner retired, and Roma retired. The pocket passers will not exist by 2040.
The fundamentalists.
Yes. And I honestly think that he is being conservative with his estimate. I would say the pocket pass is probably going to be gone by 2030. And I think the pocket ultimately, but I think the pocket passers who remain, the Joe Burrows of the world, those are going to be the guys that are going to dominate because at the end of the day, fundamentals, even if the trend is dual threat, the more fundamentally sound guys are going to have the better outcomes team-wise.
The runners are going to get hurt. The running quarterbacks at some point will sprain an ankle, get fallen on the wrong way, get hurt. Let's kind of switch it to Shedeur.
This is when the ladies start coming in.
I'm looking at this and I say, this is why he wants to go to the Giants. He gets to avoid, what's the boy, Mahomes?
Yeah.
And he gets to take on 3-week franchises. The only one he really has a chance at, he has a struggle with are the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think he's the best fit for him. What do you think?
I think New York fits him personality-wise. He can do the flashy stuff, and he'll get the attention. Now, it might not be good for him, but it fits him. I also think having a division with all black quarterbacks is going to be fun, especially this division.
I don't want to say anything. I just want to let it go. I was just going to let it go. You know it.
I think that's going to be really interesting, especially that division, because the Cowboys are going to continue to get all the focus. I think the Commanders are coming on, and if they're building that new, I think you mentioned they're building a new stadium. That's going to bring a lot of eyeballs too. And the Eagles just are always solid. So anything with New York improving or getting a Shador, oh man, like they're gonna eat it alive.
The East is gonna they'll be on prime time every
Sunday. And the Giants, since they're so weak, they're gonna have them on Thursday Night Football or something. They're gonna get their shine, right?
Who's gonna dominate that division in the long term? You got 3 young, strapping black quarterbacks there. Who has the most fundamentals to dominate long term?
Jalen Hurts. But I will say this: if Dak leaves and they find another quarterback, which I don't think he can, because I remember he has a no trade clause. Yeah, I think the Eagles are just going to keep dominating that area, probably at least for the next 4 years.
Let's look at the Rams Seahawks.
Well,
let's look at the NFC West. I'm sorry. It's 2 out of the 4 got black quarterbacks over there. Damn.
Yep, 2 out of the 4. Some will say Kyler Murray maybe he may be a half breed, but he may be mixed.
He plays more like a black quarterback,
he's definitely a black quarterback. For a little guy, and this goes to one of your other points, John. For a little guy, he does have a very good arm. He can spin that ball, but he's a baseball player.
Yeah. The NFL South.
Oh Lord, that's the toilet of the damn NFL right here.
Yeah, I don't know why it shows. No wonder it shows me the NFC side, the AFC, the NFC East, and the NFC South. Right?
The NFC South. Oh my God! I mean, it's just a mess. Every team's a mess.
There's one division. It doesn't show you. It's by division. And the NFC South is here. And they got Penix. They got the crybaby boy who lost his girlfriend.
He didn't lose his girlfriend. He got his girlfriend took, man. That's different.
Which one it is? In the Wizard of Oz, he'd be like the scarecrow with more with no heart.
Oh, he'll be the lion, man. He ain't got no heart, man.
The one with no heart.
Yeah.
And we're gonna probably see a new quarterback here at some point, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, they got to do something. Their car is, I think the tread on his tires are getting real low, so they're gonna have to make a move here pretty soon. Who I think they're gonna gun for? Arch Manning. Can you imagine? The Golden Boy returns home in New Orleans.
Fundamental quarterback too.
Yep, follows John. He's not just a fundamental quarterback. He can run. He is honestly, I think, the new prototype for what the quarterback's going to be. He can be a pocket quarterback, but he also can get out there and get you 20 yards real quick. And he got that swag too. That's a white boy with some New Orleans down south swag. He's like a white Creole. Yeah, you gotta watch him. You can tell he's been around some black players for sure.
He like Paul Wall.
Yeah, he's like Paul Wall. He's a good code switcher. Yeah.
This is why I think Shador did not want to go to the
Raiders. Yeah. If he's there, he's in trouble. If he goes to the Raiders, he's in trouble. Again, I think that Travis Hunter does better with the Raiders than Shador would. It's a better fit, I think, for Shador because he still get the attention being on the West Coast, but it's not as loud as New York. But that division, Mahomes going to run that division for the next 10 years. He's going to be there for a while. And then you have to get through oh my God, I'm blanking on the name, but you got to get through the Chargers quarterback. And then you got Bo Nix, who's pretty solid. I mean, he's a solid quarterback. So yeah, if I'm not.
Who's the quarterback in Denver? Is that Sean Payton?
Sean Payton's the coach.
And he's what, about his 60s?
Yes, he's in the 60s. Yeah,
he could coach another 5 years. That could be trouble. You don't want that.
Yep. Hell, he might go longer than that. Belichick just got another job in college of all things, so he might go longer than that.
Honestly, I would say this is the division for him right here.
Yeah, he can come right on to the Vikings. That'd be I'll take Shador on the Vikings. That'd be great.
No,
That'd be a great fit.
I'm talking about the Bears.
Oh, you think they're gonna sell Caleb down the river that quick? Chicago would be a good enough fit for him. I can see him being there. I just think Chicago's just their whole dynamic is bad. Like from like the coaching staff on down, I don't think they have the right like system. I don't know. They're just bad.
And I don't think he wants to be here with Stroud.
No, I would avoid Stroud, but and even to a certain extent the Golden Boy.
Yeah. You never know when he could turn it around.
I just don't think Tennessee's a good space for him, man. Like he'll be a king there, but that's not the team for him.
Not a good space.
No.
Here, nowhere either.
No, I would if I was him. This is like the AFC West, another one I would avoid, and simply because you have Lamar and Burrow, but the way that they are,
yeah, forgot about that,
yeah, but the way that the Pittsburgh is surviving with Russell Wilson might have another year or two in him.
Is he playing over the other guy?
Yeah, he's playing over. Oh my God, I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Justin Fields.
Fields, yeah, he's playing over Fields, but I also think that Tomlin can get something out of Fields that he wasn't able to get in with the Bears. So I think that those three teams are kind of locked with quarterback for now. We'll see what Fields turns out to be maybe in a year or two. The Browns, they need Jesus. That's what they need. They need a divine intervention. Shador won't be able to help them.
So
it's Ohio, for God's sake.
So if Shador goes to the Giants and Cam goes to, let's say he goes, where does he go?
Shoot, probably one of those AFC South teams, to be honest. I guess Tennessee has the next. Who has the next worst record? What are the NFL standings? I think that for me, the top three draft picks right now is Hunter, Shador, and then Ward. Now, who's going to get those top three picks? It could be New England. They're 3-11. The Browns. Oh Lord, that's probably where he's going to go, John. The Browns are 3-11. I can see Cam Ward on the Browns. Filling up that black quarterback room. Jacksonville and Tennessee both have 3 wins and 11 losses. Damn, there's some awful teams this year. They both have it, but Jacksonville has their quarterback, so Tennessee's another option. Las Vegas has the worst record at 2-12. Actually, sorry, they're tied with the Giants. They're both 2-12. Carolina is 3-11. The Bears are 4-10, and then you got San Francisco at 6-8.
Let me show you your face. Tell me if you know who this is. You know who that is?
He looks familiar. No, I don't. I don't know. He looks like a former player.
You want to take a wild guess at it? Who that is?
Alliance for Decision Education. I don't know who that is. He looks like a former wide receiver.
Let's see what Alliance for Decision Education is all about. See if I can Google that and see what Alliance for Decision.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who that is?
I know you need a lineup though. I do know that. God damn.
You need a lineup.
Yeah. You need to go to that black barbershop Kamala was at and get a lineup. God damn.
Well, let's see. Let's see here. Alliance for okay. Alliance for Decision Education. And let me see if I can share my. Is that the same logo and all that, right?
Yeah, that's the same.
We believe that better decisions lead to better invest. You'll see where I'm going with this in 1 minute, University.
All right.
We believe that better decisions lead to better lives and a better society. That's why we're bringing decision education to every K through 12 classroom in America. Blah 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 blah. And let's see.
Who is it?
He said, "Who is that? University? You want to know who that is? Want to know who that is? University?
Yeah, who is it? Let's see. Andrew Berry. Is that Marion Berry's son?
No, that's the GM for the Browns.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not. That's probably why they got a black quarterback room.
The youngest general manager in NFL history, he is reshaping how many view football by blending analytics and research with personnel management. Universal, I ask you again. When he saw that picture that I sent you, Universal, what do you think he saw?
The Vikings photo or the Browns one?
Yeah, if he saw that picture that I sent you of the Vikings quarterback room, what do you think he would have seen?
He would have seen white. He would have seen white supremacy. He would have seen no diversity in the locker room. He would have seen, the old NFL. He wants to bring forth the new version of it, the new vision of the NFL. Which is
this right here? What you talking about?
Which is this? Yeah, which is this right here? This is the new NFL. A bunch of risk. I mean, honestly, and granted, they're just all black quarterbacks, but this quarterback room is a bunch of risk.
Character flaws.
I mean, from
at least
every last one of them, literally.
The lead dogs, at least, are character flaws, correct?
Yes.
Jameson, Deshaun, they can't tell anybody else anything in that room. Mm-hmm. Even in the entire locker room, if they try to discipline the locker room, they can't even do that, I don't think. That would be my thought.
No, none of these dudes, no.
Right. If they say, hey, man, we don't need to stay out all night, somebody's going to respond, boy, use it, strip clubs, at the massage parlors, right? So they don't have like what I call the moral authority to even maintain.
And Jameis is gonna come from the religious angle. A lot of the players ain't gonna be listening to that. Like he's probably gonna get about 30% of the locker room with that.
It very well could work if he were able to play better. But they're gonna respond, why doesn't the Lord help you play better? I'm playing.
Deliver me from throwing pick sixes.
Deliver me to catch some pick sixes. Some of the ones you throw. Maybe the other people are praying to catch a pick six from John. Yeah, I guess he never thought about that side.
Yeah. No, I actually have thought about that because I always thought it was weird when like the game's on the line and one team's getting ready to kick a field goal to win. Both sides are praying at the field goal. One goes in, one doesn't. Who's God gonna favor in that moment? I always thought that like this is the stupidest. Even when I play football, I'm like, I got half my teammates over here praying. I'm just like, I hope this motherfucker makes the kick. That's what I was hoping.
Hey, I guess James is he run out of prayers.
His prayer ain't strong enough, I guess.
Anyway, man, very interesting, man. I think for the savvy GM, and I've said this for a long time, I think for the savvy GM, if he can find him a player with solid fundamentals and build a solid QB room, film room, where the other guys in the room can help him analyze what he's seeing on the field, where he can see it just a little bit faster. I think that's going to be an even bigger advantage over the mobile quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
You add in the mobility, I guess it's great. But if you can stand in the pocket and deliver the ball and not be forced in a corner by the defensive coordinators, I think you'll be able to play in the league a long time.
Yeah, I think the quarterbacks that will survive long term, running is going to be the third option. Yeah. First option, rely on mechanics. Second option, throw the ball away. Third option, run. And that's why I think Arch Manning is he's going to be the prototype for the next type of quarterback for this league.
Very interesting. Who would you draft between Shedeur and Cam boy? You say you haven't seen much of him.
Oh, I'm drafting Shedeur all day.
Shedeur, based on what?
Character issues and all. He's just a flat better quarterback. Cam Ward is good though. I've seen enough, but I think Shedeur is just more polished. And I don't know if that's because of his dad or what he was doing with Brady, but he's a damn good quarterback, man. The off the field shit gets in the way of his actual play, and I think a lot of people don't pay attention to his play, but he's good. He's really good.
Franchise quarterback, yeah, Nick.
Damn, so I'm gonna give you a direct answer. I'm gonna give you a short answer and a long answer. Yes is my short answer, but I think it depends on the system that he falls in. That's gonna make or break it. If he falls to someone like a Josh McCown, which I don't think that's the right quarterback for Josh McCown, but just a team that has an offensive minded coach like a Shanahan, and that has an offensive coordinator that can scheme for him, kind of like what they did for Lamar Jackson, to be honest.
Right. I like that idea.
I think that'll work best for him.
If you were Shanahan and you're looking to have to pay Purdy $60 million a year, do you go in and get?
Hell no. I'm not paying Purdy $60 million. I'm letting Purdy go. We can find another Purdy.
You get Shador. You go for Shador.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would. I think that that'd be a great fit for both directions.
I think so. I think that's a perfect fit.
He's a Cali boy. He's not from Cali. He's from Texas. But that California lifestyle will be just good. It's not quite LA, but the tech sector would eat him alive. Can you imagine the endorsement deals and the amount of attention that stadium's going to get just for having him in there? And he could bring Deion from time to time. Yeah, that's an amazing fit all the way around.
And Deion did with a Super Bowl there.
Oh damn, I forgot. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Deion was a 49er himself. Yeah, that's an amazing fit. I don't think they're gonna be able to lose enough games between now and the end of the season for it to happen. But shit, if he slipped in the draft, they would be stupid not to
trade him. Could you franchise Purdy and trade him or something like that? I don't know.
But what my thing is, when any of those teams we mentioned that are at the bottom take a flyer on Purdy and skip out on Shador, probably the Titans, but I can't see any of those other things. It'd have to be one hell of a package.
Purdy and Ayuk.
Oh, they don't want Ayuk anyway. They were trying to get rid of his ass early before the season started. It didn't work. But yeah, if you package those two, I can see the Titans biting on that. Hell, I can see the Panthers biting on that. Because they can say, all right, we can take a chance with Purdy, see if we can do anything with Bryce Young, and roll with it.
One more question. What about Shanahan reuniting with Kirk Cousins?
I think that will work, but I also think Kirk Cousins is done. I think that injury just took the wind out of him, man. I think he might be done.
Oh, he's injured? What happened to Kirk?
I'm talking about the injury he sustained last year.
Oh, I see.
I think that's part of why he's not playing as well this year, is because he's not the same person that he was last year.
We got Nas 415. I think he's trying to get in. Let me see if he can get in. He says StreamYard's not working. He's a 49er fan.
Yeah, he's diehard.
49ers drafting Shador. I tell you that, man. I think that's a magical fit right there.
Yeah, that would be ideal, man. You got the history, and this the business opportunity. Shit, if I was him, that's what I would want, just to get in that tech sector, man. He'll be out of here.
You know, I think the bigger thing is Shanahan is strong enough as a coach to, he has a reputation and the analytical mind, the know-how football on the offensive side to get the most out of Shador, where Deion won't intervene as much.
Yeah, he'll keep him at bay.
Right.
I also think Deion will respect that too.
Yeah, I don't think many other teams can keep Deion at bay, to be honest.
No. And honestly, I don't think the media will help either, because they're going to keep asking him about his son and stuff. You're going to need a strong coach to kind of set a boundary there.
Yeah, and I think Shanahan is perfect for that. But anyway, guys, it's been a great discussion. I know you left this conversation. It was just straight sports. Oh, sorry about that. Universal. Did I leave it? What did
no, you're good. I meant to send that to somebody else. I actually sent you I sent you a video that I meant to send to somebody else. My bad.
Yeah. I was trying to keep it on topic. I hope we did.
Yeah, you kept it on topic. You told me to keep it on topic. We did it. We made it happen.
Yeah. Hey, anything else you want to chime in about that?
No, man. But we do need to touch base with Portia to go over the picks, because we don't know who won this last week, and we also need to pick for this upcoming week as well.
I'm gonna go over there and check them out, see what they're doing on the other stream there.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
I'll probably be watching from the chat. So,
all right, thanks guys for joining. This just a little football stream, something we saw interesting. We wanted to just cover it. Thank you again for joining.
Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go.